So you've been thinking about moving to Troy, Michigan. It's rated one of the best schools in the state of Michigan. Troy, Michigan is also a great place to raise a family. There's all kinds of these beautiful parks. Kind of like you see here, we're in Firefighters Park here today. But what I wanted to do is kind of bring you around and show you what it's like to live here in Troy, Michigan. We'll go to visit a couple of parks. We'll take a trip through a couple of neighborhoods and just kind of see what it feels like to live in Troy, Michigan. Hey, what's up everybody? It's Travis Juntti with the Living in Southeast Michigan team. If this is your first time to the channel, or even your second, third, fourth, or fifth, I'd love if you would hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, and make sure you hit that little notification bell to make sure you're notified every time we put out new content. And hey, look, my information is down below. Shoot me a call, give me a text, shoot me an email, whatever is best to make sure you can get a hold of me. Now let's get right to the content. So here we are in Firefighters Park. You got plenty of nice little benches around. You can sit and relax. You can walk the doggies. You get the dog waste station. Now this is one of several, sorry about that, one of several different parks here in Troy. There are a couple I might want to take you over to, but there's not only just these bigger parks that you find in Troy, but there's a lot of these smaller community parks that you'll also find. And the neat thing about a lot of these neighborhoods is some of these subdivisions will even connect to some of these parks here. And I think this one does. If you look over there, pretty sure it connects to this. Well, there's a subdivision kind of back behind those. Back behind here, there's a couple of houses back there you'll see. But we're really close right here to the I-75 freeway. So this is easy access to everything in Metro Detroit. Troy is nice because they got a hustling and bustling job market, right? I mean, there's all kinds of different Fortune 500. That's a bunch of something melted on the sidewalk there, but all kinds of employment here in Troy, Michigan. I mean, there's many different automotive places. Obviously, we're in automotive central here in Southeast Michigan. But not only that, there's plenty of other industries in the area here. Now, I don't know if you can hear this or not, but you can hear some of the traffic from 75. I mean, I'm right off the freeway right here. But you have volleyball courts. There's volleyball courts back over here. There's a little baseball diamond over here. Kids play park over there. But some of these houses here, I mean, this is I think these are probably in the 2000s, these houses. But these are some beautiful houses. I can take a drive through that neighborhood there, but the average price point in Troy, Michigan, I mean, that's creeping right up around that 500,000 price point. But homes like this, I mean, these ones are going to be a little bit higher in that 800,000 zone. But the nice thing about these neighborhoods, and we'll drive through those again, or we'll drive through those to kind of give you an idea, is a lot of these neighborhoods, what Troy does a really good job with is a lot of these neighborhoods have a lot of sidewalks and mature trees going through the neighborhood, the subdivisions. So we say the subs here. A lot of there's sidewalks. Kids are biking. People are out walking their dogs, and a lot of people, when they're looking for a subdivision or looking for an area, they're looking for nice places to just kind of get out and walk and get away from the hustle and bustle. So if you're working that stressful job, it's nice to be able to get away. You can walk out to the park here. You'd think that you'd always find more people out at these parks, maybe going to catching some fish or something. I know my kiddos would be out here. I'd be keeping them out of there, trying to keep them out of the frogs and stuff. I know that's for a fact. I mean, see, who wouldn't want this? Now, I mean, if you're looking for houses with tons of acreage, I mean, there's certainly different areas in Southeast Michigan. Like I said, I live over in Livingston County, which is about 45 minutes from here. You get a lot of acreage. I mean, if you get some acreage on a little bit north of here as well. If you head up into a little bit north of Rochester into Oxford, kind of those areas as well, you'll find a lot of development, a lot of new development going up that way. People are, the metropolitan area is certainly expanding, but Troy, Michigan, it's about 33 square miles. Sorry, I probably should have touched on this before, but it's about 33 square miles. It's kind of north-ish metro. It's about 45 minutes to the airport, obviously depending on traffic, depending on the time of day that you're going. It's 20 minutes-ish to Detroit, if you're working downtown there somewhere. But it's really close to a lot of things Metro Detroit, especially on the north side. I mean, if you're going down to the south side there somewhere, like I said, over by the airport, it's going to take a little longer, 45 minutes to an hour. I actually just came from Livonia a little bit earlier from a showing, and it took me, a good 35-40 minutes. So, but we'll get out of this park here, and we'll head on to the next. Well, thanks for joining me at the little trip to Firefighters Park. Sorry I missed the picture of the sign. But we're going to head up to one of these neighborhoods here real quick, just to kind of give you an idea of what some of the neighborhoods are like there. You can see the soccer fields out on the park there. We'll take a turn up into here. So we talked about these, hold on, I got a car behind me here, let them go. These beautiful houses here, but we talked about these neighborhoods here with the, with these sidewalks and stuff. I mean, this is just about every neighborhood here in Troy. They do a really good job about having these sidewalks in here. We're just going on a little quick cul-de-sac here, but this will give you an idea of just some of the beautiful homes that we have in here. Now, just to our neighbors to the west, as you're getting over to like Birmingham and stuff. And up to the north would be like Rochester. So the one thing about Troy, it's kind of a downside for some. If you're looking for that, is Troy doesn't have much of a downtown area per se. And there's not really like places that people can go out. It's not really walkable to get to any specific downtown area like you would find in just down over in Royal Oak or Birmingham or if you're living in downtown Ann Arbor, if you're looking for something like that, so that kind of stuff isn't, you don't have a lot of that going on. But for people like myself, I'm not really looking for the downtown scene. I'm looking for a place to raise a family, and something like this where you got, these nice clean streets. You got the beautiful houses. You got the sidewalks where people can stay off the streets. As far as if you're going for a walk or going for a bike ride or something, it's actually a little bit. You could probably tell it's a little bit rainy. There's not as many people out and about right now. But now this is just one of the neighborhoods here in Troy. Like I said, this is kind of in that 700-800 range. There's some older neighborhoods that would be in that 400 range. A little bit. You're not going to find the high end, the brick and stuff like that if you're looking for the lower price point in Troy, for residential homes anyway. But either way, it's a beautiful place to live. Here's one of the entrances to the park there. So you get into the park right there. So this is one of your better neighborhoods here in Troy. Just leaving this one that we were in, we're going over to a nature center that's just up the road from here. So yeah, like I said, there's a bunch of parks in the area. You know, a lot of people move here, right? Because they, you know, if they're like myself, they move here because they're looking for, you know, the excellent schooling system, and then also being close to their employment. A lot of people don't want to be on the road that long. This is Wingate. Sorry, I missed another one of those signs, entry signs. But here we're going to leave this one and just kind of go up the road here to the nature center to kind of show you what that's all about. But even like these side roads, I mean, we're on Coolidge here, I believe. Even these side roads, they all have these sidewalks going along there. Here's another entrance into another place. This is the Forest Creek. A similar age home, similar style. A couple of these older ones like that. You see a couple of these one-offs here. The Lloyd Stage Nature Center, City of Troy. I thought I saw on the sign that, you know, that you can't have dogs in here. I kind of want to verify that though. So here's the Nature Center hours there. I don't know if you can see that or not. So here we are at the Nature Center, and sure enough, there is no dogs allowed. That's primarily because we're in a nature center, and there's you know, all kinds of different stuff in here, deer and whatnot. So here's kind of we're in the we walk through the nature center building here. You got the owls over here. You got some squirrels over here. Little pavilion. And here's a few of the different loops. You got a sugar maple, the bluebird, blackbird, fox trail. There's a lot of cool little loops here, you know, being right in the city. So that's kind of a fun thing to have there. Like I said, you go over the Rouge River here as well. It's a peaceful day in the neighborhood, right?
It's a beautiful day in this neighborhood.
I don't want to walk too far down here, but just kind of want to give you an idea of what it's like back here in the some of these nature trails. You know, there's several miles. I think this is about 100 acres worth of land back here, which is kind of a nice little spot. You know, if you're looking for a little peaceful retreat for the kids on a Sunday afternoon. You know, there is no bikes here. There's no dogs here. Like I mentioned, nice little walking trail in the city. City of Troy, that is. But for the sake of time, I'm not going to be walking this whole loop. So maybe if I had a little, you know, a little e-bike or a scooter or something, I could scoot around and kind of show you real quickly. But this just kind of gives you a brief idea. You know, this nature center, the nature trail here. You know what else is good about Troy? Popular about Troy is the Somerset Mall. You know, a lot of people like the Somerset Mall. Malls are still popular here in Troy. There's also another one down in Novi, the 12 Oaks Mall. But Somerset Mall is a popular place. That's where you'll find a lot of the nicer restaurants, stuff like that. You know, where you're going out for a night on the town. That's kind of the place you would go if you were, you know, spending some time in Troy. Otherwise, if you really wanted to get away, like I said, you can head down to Detroit. There's plenty of different little restaurants. If you're heading down, if you wanted the bar scene, you can head down to, you know, Rochester or Royal Oak or something along those lines.